All right, you wanted to know exactly how our sales process works, so I figured I'd walk you through it step by step and just address two things. One, the difference between a gig status and a gig sales stage. So what we're looking at right now on gigs is the sales stages, and we only have 5 sales stages. A lot of people, I think, overcomplicate their sales process for a speaking engagement. We've tried to hone it down and keep it really, really simple. And I like to think of a sales stage as actually just a milestone. It's a marker along the progress of your sale, and you know exactly where it stands given the milestone it's hit. So for example, if we get an inbound sales inquiry or even do an outbound outreach, that is the initial contact completed stage. That means we've at least started a conversation with that person, and a conversation means between two people. We can't just do outbound outreach, and if they don't respond, that means we have not completed our initial contact. If it's inbound interest and they say we want you for a specific date and we respond immediately within 24 hours to that, that means we started the conversation. There are two people conversing about an event. That is the first step. What we try to do after that is to set up a client theme call. So we schedule a client theme call, and a client theme call is designed for us to do some fact finding, find out what the audience's problems are, what are they really trying to solve, how does the event look, who's speaking at the event in addition to hopefully us, who have they hired in the past, what does their audience really need. We have a series of questions we try to get answers to on that call, and we do a lot of listening. And as soon as that client theme call is done, meaning we've completed the call and we hang up, that is the second milestone complete in our sales stage, all right? The next one is session description sent. So every client theme call ends with a, hey, this has been really, really great. What we're gonna do is take what we've heard and we're gonna send you a custom session description back. We know you love the loyalty loop speech or whatever speech we're going to deliver. Let us customize the session description for you just to make sure we've heard exactly what you said and make sure it resonates with you and your audience. And that is the fourth stage. Once we've customized that session description and sent it back to them, what we're looking for is for them to respond, yes, this is perfect, we can't wait to have you, or, oh no, we were thinking a little differently, what we're missing here is this or that, and we just go back and forth on the session description sent. If the client theme call went really well, it's usually a layup, like within a day we can do that, or 2 days, we can turn that around. After that, if they love the session description, usually we send the agreement, a speaker agreement to them, and agreement sent means it's in their hands, and agreement signed means they've signed the agreement. That is our 5-stage sales process that works very simply for us each and every time. It's not complicated, it's very simple. Here's what it looks like when we're looking at a specific gig, and I want to just talk to you the difference here between a gig status. The status of the gig is exactly what's the status. I don't know how to say status again. It's the status of the gig. An inquiry is an inbound or outbound inquiry. We've inquired about an event, or they've inquired about us for an event. As soon as we try to get that event, to move to the next phase, we put that date on hold. This is really about the dates in our calendar. So the status reflects exactly what's happening on the days they've requested. So if it's an inquiry, we know that we haven't really gotten much farther than that. Maybe we're having a conversation, but we don't know exactly what date. As soon as it's a date on hold, they have the right of first refusal for that event, and we have marked that out on our calendar as theirs as we move forward in the sales stages. At some point, they either sign a speaker agreement, right? We know that status here is in the sales stage, agreement signed, or we know that they release it. Now, if they release the gig, that means they say, no, you're too much, or we don't like the session description, or we went a different direction. If you move it to a release status, it asks you to tell us what's the reason. Now, we track the reasons, and this is really, really helpful for you long term, because we want to know, is it always on price? Is it because you got a date conflict? Are you getting too much demand and you're just not available? These are great things to keep track of so that we can actually keep that information in the database and know over time. And the last one is completed. Once the date is over, meaning we've passed the date, we've filled out all the information, we've sent all the invoices, we got all our stuff, the gig is completed. This is about the day, versus the sales stage is about the sales process alone. Just what does it take to get to the point at which you've got a confirmed gig, okay? A confirmed date on the books. So that's our sales process. That's the sales stages and the sales status. or gig status. I hope this has been helpful. Let me know if you have any other questions or would like to see anything else. I'm always more than happy to share. Thanks so much, guys. Bye.